today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and 9. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 21 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the handoff, now Herbert. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Herbert. Charger football. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 3rd and a few inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 1. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Ingram will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. For the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force it.
And the Raiders have got him. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 6. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's...
And he loses the football a second time, and the Raiders pick it up. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. It's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. left side. It's complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Herbert now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Loose inside the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Here they'll give him another another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And fights through one man. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Raiders have got him.
The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. Now to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Now it's Herbert.
He gets it to Johnston.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Raiders pick it up.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Herbert off of play action. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Herbert. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.